Walk with me today to work, and I'm going to run through a few things to help you have a nice walk, feeling grounded. We're going to start at our feet. So start walking and just become aware of your hips, how your feet are feeling, and starting at your feet. Are you using your toes? Do you feel the ground with your heel and the point of your foot underneath your big toe, the point of your foot underneath your baby toe? So don't worry about anything else. Just focus on the feet for now. Are you pushing off with your toes? Take a second to push off with your toes, allowing the toes to extend. So your toes stay on the ground for a little bit longer. You might even feel a stretch along the bottom of your foot, which can feel nice. No matter what pace you're walking at, you can always focus in on the feet. What are your mid-arches doing? So what are your arches doing? Really try to hone in on your arches right now for at least 10 steps. When your foot goes back, do you feel that your arch gets closer to the ground? Do you feel a roll in as your foot goes back? Again, we're focusing on the foot. If you feel that roll back when your foot goes back, that is extension in your femur into your pelvic socket. So now let's travel up the leg a little bit. Feel your knee bend and notice how much it extends. So how much are you opening up the back of your knee as you walk? Now we're going to move up a little further. So as you're taking your steps, you don't have to concentrate on all of it right now, right? So we're moving up. So now let's move to the pelvis. It's not that we're bypassing our femur bones. We're just focusing on the movement of the pelvis over the femur bones. So each time you take a step forward, I want you to reach that same front pocket forward, like you're going up and over or lifting up to go up onto a curb. So when you take a step with your right leg, your right front pocket is reaching forward. And exaggerate this. Reach forward with the right. Reach forward with the right. Even if you're going a little bit lopsided or crooked, you might even feel some sensation in the left leg depending on how much you're exaggerating the front pocket. Reaching forward. Keep reaching and now start to incorporate the left side. So right foot goes forward, you're reaching forward with the right front pocket, and now you're alternating. Slow your walk down to make this happen. Exaggerate. You might feel like you're walking all in the hips, right? Like all fancy or like, all like woo, moving your hips back and forth. But I want you to not reach as much out to the side and forward as reaching straight forward. Don't worry about what your feet are doing. Just exaggerate. front pockets reaching forward. So we are concentrating on the forward motion. Extension will just happen naturally. Extension is when your foot's going back. Just focus on those front pockets. You might start to notice that you can feel or visualize your pelvis, one side and the other. One moving forward, one moving back. So it's like a torque that's happening. Maybe even the movement of your pelvis is creating some movement in your waist. So that's our next step. So keep reaching. You might lose the reach as you go. So keep reaching, and we're going to move up to above your belly button. Right? So the thoracic spine ends where your rib cage tapers in. So maybe place your hand on your belly with your pinky an inch or two above your belly button. Okay? So as you're reaching forward with each leg going forward, imagine your left rib cage and left shoulder is reaching towards the opposite leg. So as my right leg comes forward, my left shoulder is reaching down towards the right hip. And yes, this is a twist, but it's important to start off with the reach of the right front pocket and drawing that left shoulder towards the right hip. And now try to do both sides. If this is too much to concentrate on right now, just walk as you normally would from your belly button down and practice the swing from above your belly button. So arm swing is going to follow the shoulder coming forward. So it's almost like you're whipping your arm forward with your shoulder motion. See if you can maintain that. So just imagine right foot forward, left foot forward. You're reaching. Let's go back to the pelvis. Reach the front pockets forward. As you walk, imagine an imaginary broom that you're stepping over. Reaching with the front pocket. And now incorporate just the shoulders. Right shoulder goes forward. Imagine it reaching towards your left toes. Right foot forward, reaching your left shoulder towards the right toes. Keep that going. Again, it is a twist. And now you can play a little bit. Reaching the shoulders towards that front reaching foot. Now take an exhale. See if you can draw the front ribs down and in. As you draw the front ribs down and in, see if you can take another exhale and exhale more breath out. You might get to the point where you're exhaling, and as you're exhaling all the breath out, you might feel your core engage. You might feel the pressure increase inside the container of your torso. Again, if you lost touch with the right shoulder reaching, the front pocket, all of that, this is just pieces. You want your body to get used to these pieces. And then as you get used to it, it'll be easier to access. And then it'll eventually become a natural thing. So nice big exhale, bring the front ribs down and in. until you feel that pressure rise. Hold it there and take an inhale through the nose. Don't lose that pressure. You should be able to inhale without losing the pressure. Exhale all the breath out. Inhale through the nose. Last little bit is reaching your arms forward in front of you. Now here's going to take a little bit of, I don't care what I look like. Remember, this is for you. This is for you and nobody else. And sometimes if somebody sees you with your arms forward, most likely they're not going to go, oh, that's weird. I mean, they might. But I find that when you do things like this and you don't give and you know what, in public when you're trying to do something good for yourself, it's contagious and you can inspire somebody else to do something for themselves and not care who's looking. So let's inspire someone. Reach your arms forward and reach really far, feeling the shoulder blades separate from away from the spine. Take a nice big exhale. Front ribs down and in. Keep reaching forward and take an inhale through the nose. Feel the back body expand. Exhale all the breath out and inhale through the nose. Keep reaching, do at least one more. And once you release out, I'm going to be walking with you. I'm going to set a timer. I'm going to set a timer for 2 minutes. You can duck out at any time. And what I'd like you to do is go back down towards your feet, focusing on your feet. Check back in with your toes. Push off a little bit with your toes. Move up, feeling and becoming aware of the bend in your knee. And now reach forward with those knees with each step and allow the front pockets to reach forward. Your hips, this reach is helping you take your steps. Now just above your belly button, you can place your hand and you might even feel the shift in your rib cage. It's almost like you wring out your whole body this way, moving the pelvis, reaching in one direction, and your rib cage and your shoulders twisting in the other. This is one of the most healthy movements that will benefit your day-to-day and also your fitness routines, whatever they may be. Now the shoulder reach. Your shoulder is reaching towards the extended toes. Once they come forward, as they're coming forward and landing. I've read a lot about moving meditations, right? Meditation can sometimes be a matter of finding anchors. So as you walk and you listen to this, you can listen to this over and over. I hope that you find an anchor, whether it be in your feet, in your hips, in your thoracic spine, whatever it may be. Just keep moving, becoming aware. I look forward to walking with you again sometime soon.